Hey kids, welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Holland with the new Emperor patch. So, last episode we gained our independence from Burgundy. And we are now in a very tenuous, we're newly independent, but we're in a very tenuous diplomatic situation. Let's take a look at our aggressive, yeah. I mean, it's not like bad, but, I'm not sure. This is this may actually be kind of bad, to be honest. I don't remember what the magic number is, but I don't think that's good. I think what we have to do is we have to spend a good long time not declaring war. Okay, returning in 3 days. We took Antwerp, and let's make it 4. Austria is also going to complain because it's part of the Holy Roman Empire, and we haven't gotten that little event yet. Now, we need to set our rivals. Another thing, so we are currently allied with England, Aragon, Savoy, and Denmark. In the last war, we declined to give provinces to England and Savoy. And this is a really, I mean, I'm kind of reluctant to give any of them up as allies because I'm a little bit concerned about what allies I would get. Let's just take a look here. Oh yeah. I mean, I think like England is not going to trust us very much, but and neither is Savoy, obviously. And I don't see. I'm just looking to see if there's another major country that would ally us, but I don't think there is. Not particularly interested in like pursuing the electors or anything like that. Austria is not that far off. Austria is not that far off. We were Austria's allies. Yeah, they've got a bunch, so they're unlikely to take on another ally, I think, at any point. Yeah, I don't know, I think we stick with these allies for now. I increased our legitimacy by spending, what is it, military points? What's our tech look like? Okay, we're gonna start to fall, no, we're not gonna be behind on tech, so that's good. We're perfect on tech, we'll be a little bit behind on admin tech, we're ahead on military tech, so I can comfortably spend, the reason I'm saying that is because I don't want to, I don't want to get a bunch of royal marriages that I won't keep, and that I don't want to have to break off royal marriages. So let's grab this. That's an easy one. Do we have an idea yet? No, eh? No, we're just getting our first idea. Okay. We completed high income. Now this one gives us a construction cost boost, so I think I'm going to hold off on doing that for now because I would like to take advantage of that. I'd like to build a bunch of stuff, and I think the time to do it is after we get the... Doesn't the Renaissance give us a... Oh! Well, this is what we're doing next. We're going to embrace the Renaissance for sure. In fact, it's almost worth taking a loan. Do we have any loans? No. I think we're going to... I know it's... well, we don't have that many provinces, so I think the smart thing to do is... Well, we've got a reasonable income right now. Let's take loans until we can buy the Renaissance. Okay, we need one more. Yeah, okay, let's embrace the Renaissance. And it gives us a minus 5% construction cost, so is there an edict that does the same thing? I'm trying to remember, it's been a while. No. No, I thought there might be a construction cost edict, but there is not. Yeah, because the thing to do would be to really kind of get the most out of that bonus, because I think building buildings is certainly a good thing to be doing at this stage of the game. Marketplaces especially, I think. We'll have to keep an eye on our trade here. We are at 28% of the English Channel, and obviously Antwerpen's going to help a lot with that, especially once we core it here. I would like to click this button at some points, get this up to what is it? The natural harbor or level 2 trade center of trade. I find these ones good. The third level one gives you institution spread, which is obviously awesome, and that plus 10 trade power and development costs. I like these. Maybe it's just for flavor and role playing, but I like the fact that you can actually develop your center of trades. It makes trade more interesting. Rivals. Well, who are our options? Lots of options. So Brabant is like furious at us. They would lead the coalition, I think, if there was a coalition. Friesland and Scotland view us as rivals. That's kind of a drag. It's kind of not. If we can keep that alliance with England, it wouldn't be a bad thing because Scotland's rivaling us. But I'm a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of being allied with England because if they call us into a war with France, I'm gonna ditch them. There's just no way we are going to war with France. I think the smart thing to do is to rival areas that we want to conquer. So Utrecht for sure. Munster, no. I don't want to rival Munster. I would actually rather ally Munster, even if it's only temporary. Liège, maybe. Galera, for sure. Yeah. Okay. And then Friesland, soon. Friesland is a good one for sure. I can't rival. Who is that? Is that Brabant? Oh yeah, that's Brabant. We should probably rival Brabant. Yeah. I think that's the smart thing to do, and we'll want to be embargoing them. Although I probably have a truce or whatever with them, which means I don't think I can embargo them. But that's okay. Get up our power prediction there. Yeah. Okay. Let's just take a look, though. I think we need to figure out. Rivals, France. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. Aragon. I'm not sure how Aragon's going to fare with Spain and the personal union that happens sometimes there. So that's also kind of a dicey rival. I find Aragon to be very unreliable. They can become very powerful, but they can also just get totally, repeatedly squashed. Savoy. Yeah, Savoy is actually just not a bad rival to have. We're France's rivals. Yeah, okay. Well, I think we're just gonna have to play it by ear. And really watch our steps. No more, I'm not gonna be like setting up spy networks and claiming things, because it may be 25 years before I have to before I'm able to declare war again. So I don't know, some of you might find that boring, but I'm going to send. You know what? No, I'm going to send you here, and then we're going to start drilling. I'd like to. I think standing there reduces the revolt risk, but. I think I'd rather drill and wait until this turns red and then undrill them and get ready to attack. Alright, we're going to pay off our loans. And I think that's it for now. We just gotta really, I gotta really watch. Let's go down to speed 4. Yeah, last episode we were on speed 5 because there was just nothing going on. Military access? Sure. I will give military access to anyone who asks. To neighbors. That's pointless. Okay. Just cancel that. I don't think there's any point in increasing our relations with our rivals. Can we embargo? Who can we embargo? Yeah, we have a truce. Okay, what about Utrecht? Oh, okay. And then Galra. Okay, I am going to decline. Manpower, autonomy, tax modifier, local unrest. I think this stops when we get a core. Yeah, it's not good. I'm going to decline, but we could be very quickly screwed here if we're not careful. And that's just the nature of expanding in the Holy Roman Empire. In some ways, I wish I had taken. In some ways, I wish I had taken nothing. To be honest, sometimes I like to just take Utrecht at some point, and that's just like one state. But yeah. Also, what's the I'll get to the province screen. You got a diplomacy. There we go. This is not a Dutch province. They are Flemish. So we don't get the full benefit of it, but obviously just being a center of trade is probably worth it. Oh, I really need to pay attention to diplomacy. So, let's see if we can improve relations with Austria a bit. Who else? Maybe Munster. Okay. Yeah, I've set diplomats arriving to autopause because it's just I really need to take advantage of this. Royal marriage with Denmark. I'm going to take that. I think Denmark's a good ally because they're not part of the Holy Roman Empire. Are they? God, I say that. They're not part of the Holy Roman Empire. They, you know, it's a bit risky because we could end up at war with the Emperor if they try to take stuff in here. But they can help us if we get in a war with a bunch of German miners. They can help us. They're at a strategic place to fight. You know, it's what's really annoying is if we're at war with like Brunswick or something, and then we end up, you know, having to have it. You know, they just march all their troops over to us. But if Denmark's there, then it can help with some of these larger, like Brandenburg and stuff like that. I'm just going for the larger states here. Transfer trade power from England. Oh, trust. Yeah, they're gonna. Why would I do this? If they're gonna break our alliance, let's decline this, and they'll break the alliance. I don't think I can repair that, right? Minus 872. Yeah, they're gonna break that alliance. So that just means that we have to now look for a new alliance, and our options have become more limited. I'm glad I didn't royal marry them. Oof, this is really slim picking. Munster. Munster is the obvious choice. So let's cancel this for now. And I think we really need Munster. Yeah, Munster is right there. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces, which is not insignificant. They're also in a kind of another. They're kind of in the middle of all this, so that will help a lot, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, wait a second. Oh no! Oh god, Jesus. That's Ireland, Munster. Ooh, god, that would have been a really that would have been a disaster. Yeah, we don't have any options here. Jesus, Magdeburg, Munich, like we just have like city-states. Wow, that was close, man. I almost clicked that one. I recognized the flag. It doesn't have the umlaut on the U, and oof. Yeesh. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think it's worth having one of those allies. I'm not sure whether it's worth it. Let's Flanders. I don't care about. Who am I improving with right now? Brunswick. Let's improve with like actual Munster. Yeah, they only have 2 allies, so maybe I can get them to want to ally me. Not while they're a negative though. Aragon wants royal marriage. I think we better stick with Aragon as an ally for now. Probably not a bad idea to start working up some legitimacy as well, so I don't have to dump all my military points into it. Yes. Well, that alliance is going to break, for sure. Oh, it hasn't broken yet, though. A bunch of truces ended, which is actually not reassuring. No, I'm not going to spend mill points on that right now, because it's way ahead of time. Yeah, I'm nowhere near the cap either, so that's good. Okay. Now. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. How have you suddenly become such a positive... Oh, we don't... Okay, we have a negative opinion of them. But as soon as we get positive, we can... We need to have a positive opinion of them. It's weird that it says... Okay. Well, I hope we can grab them, because I really do think they would be an ideal ally. Royal marriage with Denmark is done. I'm gonna wait until... They'll probably propose it. If not, I will send one in a second, but I really want to get above... let's pay a loan. Multiple loans, yeah, okay. Now, this guy needs some drilling. What am I doing with my budget? I'm just making tons of cash. We're getting war reps from Burgundy, which is great. Not that there's too much of Burgundy left. I'm kind of glad. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't give land to... Oh, looks like England ended up taking... No, they didn't take Burgundy. I'm kind of glad I didn't give land to England in particular, because we would have been able to keep them as an ally, but they would have... they've just drawn us into a war with France, so there's just no point. I'm not fighting France. What's my force limit? I need to make sure I'm at my force limit. Yeah. I should hit my naval force limit too. Make sure these guys are still protecting trade. Yeah, we'll build 20 light ships. We have a mission for that. And then probably, I don't know if I'll actually build to my force limit. I might build like a flagship. I find as a country like Holland, flagships are surprisingly useful. Okay, don't you go changing your mind there, monster. Okay, now. Oh my god, are you kidding me? No, they just, oh no, what happened? I don't understand. As soon as I got my dude back, they don't want an alliance anymore. Or do I not have a positive view of them? We need to have at least one more positive than negative positive. What the fuck? We cannot ask Munster for this, as we need to have a positive opinion, currently minus 26. That's incorrect. Oh. The Dutch opinion. Oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep improving relations with them. How about that? That seems worth it. Should remember to pay off that loan. Yeah, we can't take any more land, that's for sure. And I don't necessarily want to either. I find in the early stages of this game, I mean, we've been playing for 20 years, in the early stages of this game, the cost of taking lands, especially as these small countries, is often not worth it in terms of monarch points. We want to make sure we're well ahead on technology and have lots of monarch points to burn, especially within the Holy Roman Empire. Everything so, like, every province has, I think, twice the aggressive expansion, so... I gotta start, take a look at this here. We cored Antwerp, South Brabant. I think we might as well make a state. And I think we should also... Oh yeah, we have to do this double coring thing. I've never liked the coring system in this game, by the way. A little bit of an aside. Played a lot of EU3, and there's a lot I like about EU4. Some of the diplomatic options are just the more advanced treaty options, and diplomatic options are great, but this whole business of fabricating claims and declaring war, and I don't like it. I liked the older system where it just takes 50 years to get a core, and that's that. Or you sometimes get them through events. I like it better. It kind of limits your expansion, but forces you to, you know, you can't just spend points to get a core. Anyway, that's a whole can of worms type of debate. What I want to do here is I'm going to put in place the protect trade. I think that's worth it. I think the trade value of that province is probably enough that even with just the one province, using the edict is worth it. I doubt very much we'll have a lower income next tick. Yeah. There we go. That might have just been from coring it, but I'm not sure. A little bit tricky to calculate. Trade income's a bit weird. But anyway, it will help in the long run. If I don't do it now, I'll just forget to do it later, right? Let's pay all our loans. And there we go. We have no loans. Excellent. Need to wait another 2 years before we click that button. It looks like we're going to have to do some development or something. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I wonder... Yeah, I think the thing to do right now is to build trade ships. Although we can also build buildings, but trade ships are going to make us more money. I still haven't clicked that mission, so probably we'll max out our trade ships first. Alright, what do we got here? Lower unrest in Antwerp and local autonomy. If we increase unrest, we're going to get a revolt right away. I think we're going to do it anyway. Yeah. Kind of surprised. It's up to 29, and we're still not having a... Probably we'll get... We're still not actually getting a revolt, so that's interesting. Oh yeah, we're going to max out monarch points here. I think, I'm not sure whether developing at this stage is a good use of monarch points. I think we might actually want to do... Not that. Where is it? Where's the boost? Oh, I gotta pay attention to my estates too. Can't forget that. That's the whole point of this expansion here. Where is, it's here. Strengthen government. I think we should do that. Rather than, well, we'll see. Do we have a, we don't have a little mission here. Okay. So, they're super loyal, which means I can seize some land. They lose 20 loyalty. Okay, that's always worth doing, I think. And we have money, so there's some in here that... There was one in here, I think, that I wanted to do. Patronage of the arts, we've done. Commercial advisory board, indebted to the burghers, free enterprise, control over monetary policy. I think this is worth it. I think at this stage, until we expand a lot, we're not going to need a huge amount of monarch points to keep up on tech. Yeah, I think that is actually worth it. You're just trading monarch points for money essentially, but I think that as Holland, that actually makes sense. I know generally speaking monarch points are kind of more valuable than money, but I feel like for Holland that's not true. Let's do it. They didn't take any lands. That gives them a little loyalty equilibrium. These, I've been reading up more on these. These are good in the early game, and obviously as absolutism becomes a thing, you want to scale them back and get rid of them. So yeah. Now, so we have a few options. We need to keep this number here, 41% over 30%, right? One of the things we can do is we can seize land, or sale of title, sorry, and just get 250 ducats, which at this point in the game would actually be good. We can also give land to... We can give land to one of the estates in exchange for something. I think we should do this at this point. This one actually doesn't involve giving lands. It doesn't give us any loyalty, but I think that trading money for manpower, and see, I think this, again, if we want to come full circle here, this is why I think money's probably good for Holland, especially early on. If we can do things like trade money for manpower, that's going to be useful. And I don't think this is worth it. The other one that would be worth it is the monthly military power, but I don't think we need it right now. And this actually reduces their loyalty. Interesting. Alright, let's do the increased levies. Doesn't give them any land. Yeah. And then we will at some point, I think, do primacy of the nobility. Because I think monthly military power will be good at some point. But we'll see. Wow, okay, this is good. We can do yearly papal influence. This one is kind of hard to get because you need to have... I think you need to have a cardinal and you need to have a certain amount of papal influence. And it costs 5 papal influence. That's fine. We should also spend that quick. Good thing I noticed. A yearly papal influence. Admin power would be good. This is... I don't like the stab cost modifier. This is not good. Okay. Yeah, I think the two that are good here are these two. And then I'm not sure that this is actually worthwhile. The clergy estate is, I think, not as important, at least to Holland. If you're a large country, these governing capacity ones are probably very important. You're essentially, I guess the idea is you're allowing them to kind of more directly govern some of the land, which allows you to govern more land, essentially. Let's grab Papal Emissary, for sure. I don't know what happens when we become when we become Protestant. I don't know if this just goes away. I imagine it does, because there's no papal influence, or whether it gets replaced by, maybe we get a new option in here. Maybe there's new privileges that occur later. Be very curious to see that. I have just not played more than 100 years of this game, so I didn't play Holland until it became Protestant, so I don't know. Okay, and then I do think we should give away some land. We should either give away some land or take some money. And well, maybe we'll take the military points now. No, that's a bad idea. The admin points could be good. My first idea is going to be a military idea. I'll hold off on that for a second. Let's spend our papal influence points though. Is there one that does diplomatic reputation? I'm always a bit confused about diplomatic reputation. I think that will help us get rid of our aggressive expansion. Yes, I think that will do that, and that to me seems like the best choice out of these, given our current situation. Obviously, mercantilism would probably be better in the long run. Stability would be a good option as well. Legitimacy would be a good option for us, given our fragile monarchy. We're not... Yeah, okay, we're gaining... Yeah, I spent a bunch of military points. We're probably fine for legitimacy for now. I'm not worried about prestige so much. These are all good. They're all pretty good. I mean, this one not so much, but... Unless you're really in debt, I guess. I think this is a good bet. I think that might prevent us getting into having a coalition against us. So there we go. We'll spend that. I'm not going to try and control the papacy. I don't think it's very easy to do with only 4 provinces. Oh, okay. We just got to pay attention to these. I haven't played a lot in the Holy Roman Empire, so I'm really hoping I don't get totally fucked over and have a coalition come up against me. Okay, Gelra declared war on Utrecht. Those are 2 of our rivals fighting each other. It's kind of a shame because, well, I wonder what they're going to take. Either one. I think they would probably take either one, to be honest. So, we should continue to build trade ships. Any money I have at this point is going to go into trade ships. So I've got 2 forts. One in Antwerp and one in... That's fine. You know, Holland is just one country where I don't see myself mothballing forts. Unless we get a lot bigger and a lot more powerful, it just seems foolish. I know you can get away with it, but... No, I'm probably not going to. Okay. Okay, recall diplomat, recall diplomats. Rebel uprising. I'm not going to handle them. I'm just going to stop drilling so that we get our morale back. Is it morale in this game? It's not org, it's morale. I've been playing a lot of Hearts of Iron lately. Brittany's requesting military access. They are at war with Oldenburg, Verden, Friesland, and Utrecht. Sure, whatever. Honestly, in our current position, I'll give military access to pretty much anyone. Unless they're tiny and I want to attack them or something. Yeah, they're going to probably by the time. Okay. Let's figure out what we want to do here. Oh, I have other rivals I need to embargo. Embargoing Gelre and Utrecht, and who are... We have 3, right? Yeah, the other one is... Okay, no, we can't. Right. Let's take a look and see what our options are for... oh yeah, we got some more options here. I really should have been paying attention to that. Brunswick. Brunswick would be a good option. I would rather Munster. Yeah, let's get an alliance with Munster. It's a bit of a shame because they're not a monarchy, so we can't marry them. I find because our monarchy is sort of young and fragile. Do we even have an heir? Yes. Our king is garbage. Yeah, in fact, because our king is garbage, let's do this religious state. Popes, legates, and other emissaries shall not only be welcomed in our lands, but the Duke commits to always obeying their judgment and to non-interference in the relations between the clergy, the local clergy, and the Pope. Oh no, that was papal emissary. By making matters of religion our foremost priority, we shall forge our nation into a more cohesive whole. Huh. I don't know if this is. I don't know if this would accurately describe the Dutch state at that time, but yeah, we got 41% lands. I think getting that monthly admin power is going to be good because I don't know how old is this monarch. 27. Yeah, we could end up having pretty low admin for quite some time. We have a fair amount of money. After I increase trade ships, I feel like the next priority in terms of spending money is actually to. I want to get to 20 trade ships, but. And then I might want to build a flagship. One of the flagship things you can do is increase the trade power for the whole fleet, and that seems like a good deal to me. Let's. I'm just going with the larger states here. Improved relations with Brandenburg. Yeah, they're not thrilled with us either. God, this view is so hard to see. You can't see the country borders. I know there's like map mods and stuff. I just haven't gotten into that for this game. Probably should. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I need to keep these relations positive. It's a bit tedious to handpick them, but on the other hand, it's kind of good for me to get to know the different countries. There's a lot of new ones, I think, in the Holy Roman Empire. City-states and such. It's a little bit less consolidated than it was in previous games. Like, Ingolstadt. Is that... Did Switzerland explode? What? Oh. No. Okay, 3 leagues has been there the whole time, but what about Bregenz? I don't know. Yeah, this looks different to me than in previous versions of the game. Not an area of the map I pay too much attention to, but yeah, it does not look. Let's put you on Antwerpen. There we go. There's going to be an uprising there soon enough. I don't imagine I will play this entire game on speed 4, by the way. I feel like this diplomatic situation right now warrants it. It's really a hassle only having 2 diplomats, too. Friesland has the Renaissance. Where's the institutions? Yeah. So it looks like most... I don't know. France has it. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. I don't know if they've adopted it, though. We probably adopted it earlier than... Italy probably adopted it first, but I don't know whether England and France have adopted it. Oh. Okay, that means we have to do this. Okay, that's fine. What do we get? Barracks. This is a good one. Combat width is not going to affect us for quite some time. I'm just building ships. There we go. Now that'll bring us up to 20, which will complete this. Is it sea beggars? Yeah. Oh, I can. Oh, assert our sovereignty. We gain 100 military power. Do I want to do this now? Yes, because it's going to unlock this one, and that's going to give us not much. Okay, well, I'm going to do it. I don't see any reason. Oh yeah, we get this right away. This is an easy one to do because it's 50% of Castile's naval strength, and I think it's just number of ships. It's not like weighted by the ship class or whatever. So that's an easy one. And then this one we have to get 3 forts in the Low Countries, so that should be pretty easy. And then that's the end of that little chain. It's not that interesting a chain to be honest. The mission chain for the Dutch is a little bit weird. I noticed that to get the religious unity decision, you have to conquer all of the lowlands. That's, I don't know. I find that the mission, I'm not sure I like this mission chain because it pushes you to do these conquests really early. And I know that a lot of people like to play the game that way. I know that a lot of people like to just conquer as fast as they can. But I kind of wish that the mission chain, you know, kind of suggested that you do some of the other Dutch stuff, like colonizing a little bit earlier and some of this conquest stuff a little bit later. You know, considering that the Netherlands did not become a nation until essentially, I mean, Christ, really until after the Napoleonic Wars, right? Till the end of this time period, there isn't really a Netherlands in any kind of recognizable form. Briefly on and off, right? So, Lord of Savoy wishes to enter royal marriage. Yes, okay. That's good. Okay, we got our separatists, and let's just hope that. Okay, I do have at least have a general, so I'm just worried for a second there. Yeah. Okay. I might go into debt. Let's just have you start drilling again. It's the best way to get revolt risk, just kill the rebels. Do they regain troops slower when they're drilling? I hope not. I don't think so. Should try and max out our manpower soon. Oh, I've got this thing happening with the ships again. It's annoying. You can click here while they're on a mission, but the ships are... the pathfinding isn't smart enough to actually send them to... It actually... What happens when you're on a mission and you click the button here to build a ship that's going to presumably be added to that fleet, well, what happens is you end up with a bunch of tiny little fleets, each independently doing trade protection missions, which is kind of a bad idea, because if you do get into a war unexpectedly, then you can get pretty screwed pretty fast. You can lose, you know, your ships get picked off one by one, and then you're in bad shape. Let's take a look here at people's opinion of us. Yeah, I'm not so worried about these places hating me. We should probably improve relations with England at some point, although Hesse would be a good one to do soon. It's a little bit easier to see on this screen than the coalition one. I probably should get a map mod. One of the mods that makes the map a little bit easier to read, because this is an unholy mess, especially now that they've added all these countries. I'd actually be curious to see what some of those map mods have. Okay, legitimacy or prestige. Oh, I think I'll lose legitimacy. I know it's pretty low, but our prestige is even lower, so we're almost up to... Oh, we never took an estate mission. God. Some of the diet. Yes. Okay. Antwerpen have a church or a cathedral. That's kind of cool. We get 10 loyalty plus 1 base tax in Antwerpen. This is... See, these... I love these missions. I really do. It seems like not that interesting, some of these little kind of tasks, but I find with the buildings in particular, you're always kind of saying like, oh, is it even worth it? Like, should I spend the money on building a church, or should I just build another trade ship, or, you know, build a, or what have you? And giving you that little extra reason to do that kind of pushes you to develop your country. Now, this one wants a marketplace in Den Haag, which I think would actually be better. Marketplace, trade depot, or stock exchange. And we get base production. And this one wants us to just increase the manpower in Amsterdam. This one might actually be the best. Now, although, no, the reward isn't very good. But it's always good to develop. Most of the time, anyway. It's probably worth it. I think I might want to actually do the manpower one. I think that's not like a permanent. No, it's just 401 manpower. Yeah, it's probably worth it actually. All right, let's. I just want to take a look at Amsterdam, see what it's. Yeah, that's a good idea, because also if we want to increase these ones at a certain point, if these ones get too high, I can't remember how it works, but if you get two of them that are too high and one that's lagging behind, it prevents you from increasing the other ones. Let's see here. So Amsterdam base manpower 6, that's just 3 points, and we are ahead of time, I believe, on military power. Yeah, we're way ahead of time, so that's actually worth it. Let's do that, and let's do the development. Base manpower at least 6. We are also short on manpower right now, and that will save money for building trade ships, because it is just better to build the trade ships at this point. Yeah, I know it's a bit expensive development, but we have the points to burn, and that's our mission accomplished. Is it? Did I do it? Base manpower at least 6. Did I just click on the wrong province or something? No. That's weird. Why am I not completing this mission? Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm so stupid. Antwerpen. No, it's Amsterdam, not Antwerpen. Okay, well. I guess we're just going to have more base manpower across the board. Used up a big chunk of military power doing that. Ah, it's really stupid. I'm not going to, load or anything. But, that was a pretty bad misclick. It's not going to be a big deal. If anything, we'll just, we'll seize some land soon, and we'll get that one that gives us more military points. Okay. Who's next? Who's next on my list here? God, it's hard to see. Let's do Hesse. Take a look at how. I think this basically is going to take, 20 years to take down completely. And it's just not. I don't know. Maybe you guys have more experience with the Holy Roman Empire than I do, but I have not found it worthwhile to push it and to try and conquer things quickly. As Holland, anyway. I mean, we are far away from any time where we're going to be able to, not worry about that kind of coalition. So. Also, it just strikes me as bad to have poor relations with all these countries. I don't know. I mean, I'm also a pretty peaceful player in general. I don't tend to like to, be constantly belligerent. I like to work on trade and diplomacy and other aspects as well. So, yeah, I'd like to do this. See, it's cool. How do I? Oh, I can't do it because I can't. Maybe it's too small. We need to have at least 1,500 sailors. What's our max sailors? Maximum is 2,000. Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't think I've ever hit a sailor bottleneck before. That's pretty funny. Then again, I haven't played a lot of small naval powers. Usually when I'm playing like a big naval game, I'm just playing as England. Or France, or, other countries that have decent-sized navies. Sailor's just sort of a non-issue. Well, I'm gonna save that money. I'm not gonna spend it right away. What I should probably do is think about... Oh yeah, we really need to catch up on admin here. We should probably think about upgrading this guy or seeing if there's a better one. Yearly prestige? No, tax modifier is better. How? He's 54. Let's upgrade his skill by 1. We can afford it. Yeah, just barely. We might as well trade money for monarch points in that way. Okay, we can seize more lands in 69. Yeah, we can seize more land again. Okay, I hope that wasn't the guy I just promoted. Oh, man. You gotta be kidding me. Do I want production? What's my production income? Pretty garbage. Still. I buy this guy and upgrade him, or do I take yearly prestige? Let's take yearly prestige. No. Oh, I can't promote him. Oh, man. Fuck. I missed the... we can't promote him because he's not in our culture group. Not in the same culture group. Where the hell is he from? Flemish? Oh, yeah, the Flemish... Our Flemish are in the... Is not an accepted culture. How much does it cost? 104 Diplo points. That is not worth doing right now. Well, you know what, though? Probably will be in the long run. And we are ahead on Diplotech right now. Still holding off on this one. The Build Buildings mission wants 5 churches and 5 workshops. We don't even have 5 provinces. Yeah, so I apologize this episode's a little bit boring, but it's gotta happen, and we gotta there's gonna be waves of kind of doing this here. Catholicism gain, do I want admin power, or do I want papal influence? I think I want admin power, to be honest. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need to get this idea going. And I feel like we want to go Protestant, so Reform Desire is like just good. Yeah. I don't know. If anyone's watching this and thinks that like has a notion of like Reform Desire and you know whether it's good or bad, I mean in my view, if you're planning on not remaining Catholic, it seems like Reform Desire would be good. I don't know what other problems it causes. Military power, and Liège's opinion increases, or we get 2 mercantilism. I'm gonna take that mercantilism. For sure. Okay, wow, right, so this is a cool thing. So I didn't click that button. What happens is the estates did, because I gave them, what's it called? One of these ones, supremacy over the crown. They can randomly, I think it's random. I thought it was if you just didn't click this button, but I guess it's random. So that's cool. And I'm fine with that. So this one is basically get Zealand to base tax 7. We get prestige for that. That's kind of nice. Bohemia's opinion of Holland is at least 50. That's probably a good idea, although I don't like the ones that just give you loyalty. Loyalties, it's really easy to get loyalty. Coast of Holland. Holland has more than 50% trade power in the coast of Holland. How do I tell? English Channel, but how do I tell how much I have in the Coast of Holland belongs to English Island is 31 away from our closest core province. This has never made sense to me. How is the coast of Holland 31 away from our closest core province or port where we have fleet basing rights? Like, there's a port right there, and that's ours. I don't know. That one, those ones are fucked. 30, or is it just 31, like, miles? Maybe that's what it's saying. Okay. I thought it was 31 nodes. Okay, never mind. I get it. Confusing nonetheless. And it doesn't tell us how much trade power we have in the coast of Holland. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to tell. I'm just a little bit confused. What do we get for this, though? We get a level 2 trader. 10 loyalty for prestige. Or base tax for prestige. Oh, great. I'll do this one because it's easy to do, and I need to have good. We should probably get Bohemia on our side anyway. Learned about Madeira. Things are happening out there in the wide world while we sit and improve relations, establish our legitimacy as a new kingdom. Oof, I'm not liking the looks of this. Munster is our ally, and they just got a lot smaller. Kind of wishing that I was allied with Brunswick at this point. That sucks. Okay, national idea. God, we are like way behind on admin tech because of our lousy king. Is this worth it? Oh, it's costing more because of the monetary policy thing. I probably was a little bit jumped the gun on that one. Innovativeness. I feel like it's worth it to have Flemish as an accepted culture. And we're fairly far ahead on Diplotech. Let's do it. And because that cost goes up, I think, as the number of provinces go up, but maybe not. Maybe that was a really colossal waste of monarch points. But the reason I'm doing it is because I have to increase this guy. It's got to happen. And I'm glad to have the production income anyway. All right, ideas. There's a few routes we can go here. I think that, I mean, we can obviously go for some of the kind of classic, you know, blobbing ideas, but like this one's not very good for us because the likelihood of us having a vassal or a subject. I mean, I guess we could vassalize a bunch of these little guys, and that could be our method of expansion. And then diplo-annex them later. But I don't know. That doesn't seem like the most practical way to do things to me. We could also do this core creation cost and all that, and I'm not sure that's worth it early on. I also think that defensive is the way to go. I think defensive is the way to go because the morale boost, which we'll get very soon. And I think we're still on military focus. Yeah, land maintenance modifier is good. Fort maintenance and fort defense is good, I think, as well as Holland. And attrition I don't really care about. Attrition for enemies +1 though, that's good. Yeah, I'll go with this. I'd also like to. I think we're gonna do a colonizing game, so I'd like to keep both exploration and expansion kind of open, because I can't take 2 in a row of one. So yeah, if I go for influence or administration or economic or something like that, then I don't think it's worth it. So let's grab defensive. Oh, we can already do one. Wait, though. Okay. Yeah, I read somewhere that it's like always better to tech up in military before you grab the national ideas, and that for all of the admin ideas, provided you picked a good idea, for admin and Diplo, it's always better to grab the idea first rather than the tech. And that's because the bonuses that you get from the military ideas, they're very good bonuses and they're worth it. They're worth spending the points on, obviously. But the bonuses you get from the tech to your actual fighting are almost always better, from what I heard. Almost always. Except maybe for key points, like maybe that morale one that we're gonna get. Maybe I would pick that before. But like, what's the next military tech gonna give us? You know, the ability to build artillery. So that's huge. Tactics is huge. Yeah, I mean these bonuses combined are probably almost as good, if not better than. Well, 50% morale might be better, but this is one of the rare ones that might be actually worth doing first. But if it's something like land leader maneuver versus, you know, versus like the tactics or whatever, then no, it's definitely better to do the tech. Right. Well, I think I'm going to end this episode here. We just got our first national idea. Bit of a slow episode. The risk of coalition is slowly declining. Why don't I just line up this guy here before, because I'm gonna forget if I don't. Let's start working on Austria here, because I'm not liking the color of Austria there. And yeah, we're slowly repairing our reputation in the Holy Roman Empire. Every province we take will end up in this situation, so we're not going to take a lot of provinces quickly. And I think the key will be long-term planning. If we form the Dutch nation, we leave the Holy Roman Empire, and we might just be better off. We'll see. It's an interesting. Holling's interesting. You know, I feel like there's no one way to do this. And again, I'm not a blobbing player. I don't like to expand super quickly. And I'm not interested in conquering all of Europe. I want to conquer the Low Countries, and then I want to go colonize the rest of the world, and I'll probably just ignore Europe as much as possible at that point, except for like the basic diplomatic interactions between countries. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how possible it is to do that. Certainly, I think that if we expand slowly, colonizing is going to be one way that we can continue to be rich and powerful and get other benefits that will allow us to surpass. You know, we're basically the world leader in tech at this point, and it's only 1469, and I think that's a position that we're gonna. I mean, I guess Naples is up there too. Yeah, no one has better tech than us. So especially our military tech. If we can keep our military tech and oddly enough our diplomatic tech for the Navy, if we can keep those up and ahead of everyone else, it'll go a long way. We're gonna have small armies. They're gonna be, you know, they're gonna be very well drilled. We're gonna have a very professional army, but they're gonna typically not be as big as our neighbors until very, very, very late in the game. And so the idea is to be like the absolute tech leader. Anyway, did I take that? Oh, I never did this. Okay, this is something I want to do as soon as possible. State firearm regiments. That's just trading money for like all these bonuses. You're trading money for land fire damage, shock damage, fire damage. You're receiving less damage and dealing more damage. So that's how I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna build this super professional army, and you know, that's why I want to be rich, essentially. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this rather slow-moving series that exploring the various features of the Emperor DLC. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. See you next week. Ciao.